Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss example problems as well as solved problems from the first chapter functions of intermediate first year mathematics 1A. If you didn't watch my previous videos, the link is in the description, watch it. Set A is equals to 1, 2, 3 and set B equals to A, B, C. They gave one function f is equals to 1 comma c. They gave this function in the terms of ordered pairs 1 comma c, 2 comma b and 3 comma a. Then he said that it is a bijection from A to B. Let us confirm whether it is a bijection or not. In the set A we have 1, 2, 3 and in the set B we have A, B, C. The function is defined as 1 to C, 1 comma C and 2 comma B, 3 comma A. Okay, now if we observe this function clearly, every element of the set A has some unique image in set B. So we can conclude that this is 1 function. Next, range of this function A is connected to some element in the set A and B is connected to some element in the set A. C is also connected to some element in the set A. So range is equals to A comma B comma C. A comma B comma C. And what about the codomain? Codomain is nothing but total set B, that is A comma B comma C. Now if we observe this clearly, range as well as codomain both are equal to each other. So that's why this function is also onto function. This function is 1 function as well as onto function. So we can conclude that this function is a bijection. Next, for the same function f is equals to 1 comma C, 2 comma B, 3 comma A. He wrote the inverse function. Inverse function is nothing but just changing the elements in the ordered pair. Here 1 comma C is there, so write it as C comma 1. 2 comma B is there, write it as B comma 2. 3 comma A is there, write it as A comma 3. Now for the given function f, I wrote the inverse function. Now let us check for this inverse function whether it will become a bijection or not from B to A, because we are doing inverse, so that's why I am checking for B to A now. In the set B we have A, B, C and in the set A we have 1, 2, 3. C comma 1, B comma 2, A comma 3. Every element from the set A has unique image. So this is 1 function. Range is 1 comma 2 comma 3. Codomain also set A completely 1 comma 2 comma 3. So this is onto function also. This is 1 function as well as onto function. Then this is bijection also from set B to set A. Next, let us move to next second example. Set A is given as 1, 2, 3. Set A is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3 and set B is equals to A, B, C, D. Set B is given as A, B, C, D and he gave function f is equals to 1 comma C, 1 comma C, 2 comma B and 3 comma A. Let us check whether it is a bijection or not. First write the set A and set B. In the set A we have 1 comma 2 comma 3, and in the set B we have A comma B comma C comma D. 1 comma C according to the function f, 1 comma C, 2 comma B, 3 comma A. Every element from the set A has unique image, so we can conclude that this is 1 function. 1 function is also called as injection. Next, let us check whether this function is surjection, that is onto or not. Here A is having some element in the set A, B is also having some element in the set A, C is also having some connection with the element in set A. So the range is equals to only 3 elements, those are A comma B comma C. Whereas if we check the codomain is nothing but total set B, that is A comma B comma C comma D. Here the range is A comma B comma C, whereas codomain is A B C D. So we can conclude that range as well as codomain both are not equal. So that's why this is not onto function. If this is not onto function, then this is not a bijection also. Now for the same function f, I will write the inverse. Then f inverse is equals to function what we have, 1 comma C is there, so then it will become C comma 1, C comma 1. 2 comma B, it will become B comma 2. 3 comma A is there, it will become A comma 3. Then I am checking whether it is a function or not from B to A. In the set B we have A, B, C, D. In the set A we have 1, 2, 3. According to the F inverse, C connected to 1, B comma 2 and A comma 3. According to the definition of the function, every element of the set 1 should has compulsory a unique image. A has some image, B also has some image, C also has some image, whereas the element D does not have any image in the set A. So this is not a function at all. Next, let us take one more third example. In this third example, he gave set A is equals to 1, 2, 3. Set A is 1, 2, 3. And set B is given as A comma B. He defined the function as 1 comma A, 2 comma B and 3 comma A. Let us check whether it is first of all a function or not. If it is a function, then it is 1 or not, onto or not, bijection or not. 1 is connected to A, 3 is also connected to A. 2 elements from the set A are connected to single element A. So that's why this is not 1 function. This is not a 1 function. Next, whether it is onto or not. A has some connection in the set A, B also has some connection in the set A. So range is equals to A comma B, whereas the codomain is also A comma B. So we can conclude that this is onto function, that is surjection. It is only surjection but not injection. So that's why it is not a bijection also. Then for the same function f, I'll write the reciprocal, inverse. Function f is given as 1 comma A, 2 comma B and 3 comma A. Now for this I'll write the inverse. F inverse is equals to 1 comma A will become A comma 1 and 2 comma B will become B comma 2, 3 comma A will become A comma 3. Now for this I will write a set from B to A. So set B and set A. Set B we have A comma B and set B we have 1 comma 2 comma 3. a comma 1, b comma 2, a comma 3. If we observe this clearly, element A has two images. According to the definition of the function, every element of the first set should have only unique image, whereas in this case the element A has two images. So this is not a function. It will become just a relation only, not a function. Okay, now let us discuss the solved problems. The first question is f of x is equals to 4x minus 1 and g of x is equals to x square plus 2. Then he is asking to find some questions in that. Question number 1 is g of f of x. G of f of x. This g of f of x also can be written as g of f of x. G of, here f of x is there, f of x value is given as 4x minus 1. So substituting 4x minus 1. Now this 4x minus 1 we need to substitute in the g of x place. In the g of x, wherever we have x, in that place we need to substitute this total 4x minus 1. Let us check now. We have g of x is equals to x square plus 2. G of x is equals to x square plus 2. Now we want the value of g of 4x minus 1. So it's very simple. In the place of x, we need to substitute 4x minus 1. So we get 4x minus 1 whole square plus 2. Here x is there. So in the place of x, I substituted 4x minus 1. Which is equals to 4x minus 1 whole square is in the form of a minus b whole square. If we expand a square plus b square minus 2 into a into b plus 2 as usual is equals to 4x whole square, that is 16x square, plus 1 square 1 minus 2 into 4 8, 8 into 1 8x plus 2, which is equals to 16x square minus 8x plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. So the value of g of f of x is equals to 16x square minus 8x plus 3. Next, second question is g of f of a plus 1 by 4. G of f of a plus 1 by 4. So first g of f of a plus 1 is there. F of x is given as 4x minus 1. F of x is given as 4x minus 1. Now in the place of x, we need to substitute this a plus 1 by 4. So 4 into, in the place of x, a plus 1 by 4 minus 1. Then it will become g of, here 4 will get cancelled, so we remains with a plus 1 minus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 also get cancelled, then we remains with g of a. So now we need to find out the value of g of a. In the question, g of x value is given as x square plus 2. Now we want g of a value. So simply in the place of x, we need to substitute a. So a square plus 2. A square plus 2 we cannot simplify further. So for answer completed. Next, question number 3. Find the value of f of x. F of x can be written as 4x minus 1 because that is given in the question. Now f of x f of x is given as 4x minus 1. Now we want the value of f of 4x minus 1. So simply in the place of x we need to substitute this total 4x minus 1. 4 into, here x is there, in the place of x 4x minus 1 as usual. 4 into 4x 16x minus 4 ones are 4 minus 1 as it is 16x minus 4 minus 1 minus 5. So the value of f of x is 16x minus 5. Next, let us move to the question number 4. What is the value of g of f of 0? G of f of, first of all, what is the value of f of 0? F of x is given as 4x minus 1. So 4 into, in the place of x, 0 minus 1. So we get g of f of 4 into 0, 0 minus 1. So we get g of f of 0 minus 1 minus 1. G of f of minus 1. F of x is given as 4x minus 1. So 4 into, in the place of x, minus 1 minus 1. G of 4 into minus 1 minus 4 minus 1. That is g of minus 5. We need to find the value of g of minus 5 now. G of x value is given as x square plus 2. It is given in the question itself. Then what is the value of g of minus 5? That will become minus 5 whole square plus 2. Minus 5 whole square is nothing but 25. 25 plus 2 is nothing but 27. So the value of g of f of 0 is nothing but 27. Next, let us check the solved problem 2. F of x is given as f of x is equals to 1 plus x if 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 2, and 3 minus x if 2 less than x less than or equals to 3. First he is asking to show that f of 0 comma 3 both included. F of 0 comma 3 is a subset of 0 comma 3. So for that, what I will do, first I will take this condition, that is 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 2. 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 2. Now here the statement is 1 plus x. So to get that 1 plus x, for this inequality I will add 1. So we get 0 plus 1 less than or equals to x plus 1 less than or equals to 2 plus 1. For every term I am adding plus 1. So we will get 1 less than or equals to x plus 1 less than or equals to 3. This is equation number 1. I'll keep it aside. Then I will take the next condition, that is 2 less than x less than or equals to 3. 2 less than x less than or equals to 3. Now if we observe the second statement, here we have 3 minus x. 3 minus x is there, whereas in the middle here we have plus x. So to change that plus x to minus x, for every term of this inequality I am going to multiply with minus. So whenever we are multiplying the inequality with minus, the symbols will change. Minus 2, less than symbol will become greater than symbol minus x, less than or equal to symbol will become greater than or equals to minus 3. Now this only if I write in reverse, minus 3 less than or equals to minus x less than minus 2. Now the second statement we have 3 minus x. So here also to get 3 minus x in the middle term, I will add 3 for each and every term. I am adding 3. That will become minus 3 plus 3 less than or equals to minus x plus 3 less than minus 2 plus 3. First term minus 3 plus 3 will become 0 less than or equals to minus x plus 3 can be written as 3 minus x, which is less than minus 2 plus 3 is 1. This is second equation. Now if we observe the first equation as well as second equation clearly, here first equation we have 1 less than or equals to x plus 1 less than or equals to 3, and the second equation we have 0 less than or equals to 3 minus x less than 1. So from these two equations we can conclude that f of 0 comma 3 included is a subset of 0 comma 3. Then in this question only he is asking to find the value of f of f. Now I'll write the question again for clarity. F of x is equals to 1 plus x, 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 2, 3 minus x if 2 less than x less than or equals to 3. Now if we observe the statements clearly, this is from 0 to 2 and this is from 2 to 3. Inequality is there because 0 to 2, 2 to 3, 2 to 3 only one number, whereas 0 to 2 to 2 numbers. So to make it equal, I will just change it as 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 1, one condition. Then 1 less than x less than or equals to 2, second condition, and third condition as 2 less than x less than or equals to 3. Only first condition I took, that is 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 2. That single condition I made it into two conditions, 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 1 and 1 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 2. So now total these three cases I will solve now. Three cases completely. We need to find the f of x value. Let us check now. F of x. F of x value. First here I am going to take this first statement, that is 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 1. Here f of x, then according to the first case the f of x will become, this is 1 plus x. So f of 1 plus x. Now f of 1 plus x, what value we need to take then? So for that what I will do is, I'll take this first condition, that is 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 1. 0 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 1. I will add 1 for everything again. So we will get 0 plus 1 less than or equals to x plus 1 less than or equals to 1 plus 1. It will get 1 less than or equals to x plus 1 less than or equals to 2. So now check this with the original question, that is 1 less than or equals to x plus 1 less than or equals to 2. So 1 less than or equals to x less than or equals to 2 means it remains in the first statement only. So again we need to substitute 1 plus x only in the place of x. So here we have f of 1 plus x. So 1 plus, in the place of x, again 1 plus x only. So we get 2 plus x. In the first case we get the 2 plus x. Now let us move to the second case, that is second condition, 1 less than x less than or equals to 2. 1 less than x less than or equals to 2. So we have the condition f of x, that is f of x is 1 plus x, because it is starting from 1. Okay, now in the place of x, whether we need to substitute first number or otherwise second number, how we will decide that one. Again for this condition I am going to add 1. So we will get 1 plus 1 less than x plus 1 less than or equals to 2 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2 less than x plus 1 less than or equals to 2. So 2 to 3 is there. 2 to 3 means which condition it will be? 2 to 3 means 3 minus x condition. So in the place of x we need to substitute 3 minus x. 3 minus, in the place of x, 1 plus x. Then it will become 3 minus into 1 minus 1 minus into x minus x. 3 minus 1 2, 2 minus x is the answer. Now let us move with the third condition. The third condition is 2 less than x less than or equals to 3. 2 less than x less than or equals to 3. This 2 less than x less than or equals to 3 means which statement first of all? First statement or second statement? 2 to 3 is there means second statement only, that is 3 minus x. So f of 3 minus x. Now for the second one, what we need to take here again? So here we have 3 minus x, right? So first for this condition I'll apply negative symbol. So minus 2, whenever we are applying the negative symbol, the inequality symbol will change. Less than will become greater than, x will become minus x, greater than or equals to 3 will become minus 3. The same if we write it in reverse, minus 3 less than or equals to minus x less than minus 2. Now here I want 3 minus x, so for that I am adding 3. Then it will become 3 minus 3 less than or equals to 3 minus x less than or equals to, less than 3 minus 2. 3 will get cancelled, so we remains with 0 less than or equals to 3 minus x less than 3 minus 2 is 1. So 0 to 1 means again first condition. So now here we have 3 minus x. So first condition is 1 plus x. In the place of x we need to substitute 3 minus x now. 1 plus, in the place of x, 3 minus x. So 1 plus 3 is nothing but 4, 4 minus x. So now if we make it all the 3 statements and 3 answers clearly, according to the first statement, that is 0 less than or equals to x less than 1, answer is 2 plus x. 1 less than x less than or equals to 2, for that answer is 2 minus x. 2 less than x less than or equals to 3, for that answer is 4 minus x. 3 cases, 3 answers completed. Next, let us move to the solved problem number 3. F of x is equals to 0 if x belongs to capital Q, that is nothing but rational numbers, and 1 if x does not belongs to rational number. Now, and g of x is equals to minus 1 if x belongs to rational numbers, 0 if x does not belongs to rational numbers. Okay, then he is asking to find the value of, f of g of pi plus g of f of e. Here pi means constant, already we know everyone, that is a irrational number, whereas this e means Euler's constant, this is also an irrational number only. Pi, e, both are irrational numbers. So now f of, what is g of pi? In the function g we need to check now. In the function g, pi means irrational, means the second statement, so that is 0 plus g of f of e. E means again irrational only, so irrational means again second statement, that is 1. So we got f of 0 plus g of 1. Now f of 0 in the function, 0 means rational number. In the rational numbers statement we need to check. In the f function, rational numbers means 0 again, plus g of 1. In the function g, 1 means rational number. In the function g, rational numbers means minus 1. 0 plus into minus minus 1. 0 minus 1 is nothing but minus 1. Next, solved problem number 4. Function f is given as 1 comma a, 2 comma c and 3 comma b. Function g is equals to a comma q, b comma r, c comma p. Then he is asking to show that f inverse of g inverse is equals to g of f whole inverse. So first I am going to solve this LHS. In the LHS we have f inverse of g inverse, whereas in the question we have only f function and g function only. So now first of all we need to find out the inverses for that. F is given, so let us write f inverse. Simply change the order of this pair. 1 comma a is become a comma 1, 2 comma c is there, it will become c comma 2, 3 comma b is there, then it will become b comma 3. The same way g inverse, if you write g inverse, a comma q is there, then it will become q comma a, b comma r is there, then it will become r comma b, and c comma p is there, it will become p comma c. This is g inverse. Now according to the LHS we need to find f inverse of g inverse. LHS, f inverse of g inverse, that is also can be written as f inverse of g inverse of x. Now in the f inverse as well as in the g inverse, a is there, so remaining I mean in the f inverse and g inverse both the sets a element is there, so I will remove that a element and remaining I will write. Here q is the first, 1 is the second, so it will become q comma 1. Next, here c is there, here also c is there, so I will remove that c's. Remaining will be 2 and p. P is the first, 2 is the second, p comma 2. Then here b is there, here also b is there, so I will remove that b's. Then remains with r and 3. R is the first, 3 is the second, so r comma 3. This is the value of f inverse of g inverse. Then we need to find out the value of g of f whole inverse, that is RHS. So before going to that, again I will write the g function. G function we have as a comma q, b comma r, c comma p. Then function f is given as 1 comma a, 2 comma c, 3 comma b. Now let us solve the RHS. In the RHS it is given as g of f whole inverse. So first we need to find out g of f. For that again we will do inverse. So g of f is equals to, in g and f if we observe here a is there, so if we remove that a and a, here 1, here q, 1 is the first, q is the second, so 1 comma q. Here b is there, here also b is there, if we remove those b's, then we have r and 3, r is second, 3 is first, so 3 comma r. Here c is there, here also c is there, if we remove those two we will get 2 comma p. Now this is g of f, but we want g of f whole inverse. So g of f whole inverse is nothing but 1 comma q will be written as q comma 1, 3 comma r can be written as r comma 3, 2 comma p can be written as p comma 2. This is the value of g of f whole inverse. Now let us compare the answers of LHS and RHS. In the LHS we have q comma 1. In the RHS also we have q comma 1. Next, in the LHS we have p comma 2. In the RHS also we have p comma 2. In the LHS we have r comma 3. Whereas in the RHS also we have r comma 3. So then it is proved that F inverse of G inverse is equals to G of F whole inverse. Next, let us check the solved problem number 5. F of x is equals to 5x plus 4. F is a function from rational number to rational number is defined by f of x is equals to 5x plus 4 for all x belongs to rational numbers. Then show that f is a bijection, then find the f inverse. He is asking first to show that it is a bijection. Bijection is nothing but it should be 1 function as well as onto function. It should be 1 as well as onto, then only this will become a bijection. Now let us check that whether it is 1 or not. F of x1 is equals to f of x2. So simply in the place of x, substituting x1 as well as x2. So it will become 5x1 plus 4 is equals to 5x2 plus 4. Left side plus 4, right side plus 4, both will get cancelled. Then we remains with 5x1 is equals to 5x2. Left side as well as right side 5 will get cancelled. Then we remains with x1 is equals to x2. If answer we got as x1 is equals to x2, then we can conclude that it is 1 function. Next, let us check this whether it is onto or not. The given function f of x is equals to 5x plus 4. Function is f of x is equals to 5x plus 4. First, f of x make it equals to y. So y is equals to 5x plus 4. Now bring an equation for x. So for that take plus 4 to the left side. So we will get y minus 4 is equals to 5x. We want x value, so take 5 to the left side. Then it will be remained as y minus 4 divided by 5 is equals to x. Now interchange the x and y alphabets. Here y is there, so in the place of y write it x. X minus 4 by 5 is equals to, here x is there, so in the place of x write y. Sorry. This y is nothing but f inverse. So f inverse of x is equals to x minus 4 divided by 5. Oh, I'm really sorry. Actually, instead of doing the surjection, I find the inverse of it. I'm sorry, really. So till here only actually. These steps won't be there now. Because he's asked to first prove that it is a bijection, right? So 1 we did. Now we need to do with it is onto or not. Now x value we got as y minus 4 by 5. Now this x value we need to substitute in the original function, that is 5x plus 4. 5x plus 4. So 5 as it is. In the place of x, substituting this y minus 4 by 5. Y minus 4 by 5 plus 4 as it is. Here 5 both will get cancelled. Then we remains with y minus 4 plus 4. Here minus 4 plus 4 cancel. So it remains with y. If we got the answer only y, then it is onto function also. We showed that it is 1 function. Now we showed that it is onto function. So then it is a bijection. Okay, now for the given function, let us find out the inverse. The given function is f of x is equals to 5x plus 4. Actually, to find the inverse of a function, 2 to 3 methods will be there, which I felt as easy. I am going to follow that method only. So in this method, f of x replace with y. Y is equals to 5x plus 4. Now make an equation for x, same how we did for proving onto. Take 4 to the left side, then it will become y minus 4 is equals to 5x. We want x value, so take 5 also to the left side. Then we get x is equals to y minus 4 divided by 5. Now replace the x with y and y with x. So y is equals to x minus 4 by y. Now in the place of this x, substitute f inverse of x. So f inverse of x is equals to x minus 4 divided by 5. This is the inverse of the given function. In the next video, I am going to explain exercise 1 of B. Till now, if you didn't subscribe to my channel, subscribe for more videos. Thank you.